So, Quentin, I always think of you, when I'm with you, you have such an amazing body of knowledge and information about film. Did you ever think that at some point in your life you're going to sit back and you're going to teach filmmakers and just enjoy yourself, be a guru at large?
Yeah, I wouldn't teach filmmaking, I would teach film appreciation. I would teach the history of film and show movies and follow other directors' work through cinema. And I look forward to the time when I retire from directing, where I can actually just write monographs and books on other directors' careers or genres or whatever strikes my fancy at that moment. And then and maybe own a little theater, and I can afford to keep it open. Nobody shows up, but that's okay. I'll be the cool old guy in the town. Shows the movies and introduces each and every one of them. And that sounds like a pretty good pastoral life at the end.
But you once told me that once you're past 60, you don't want to direct a film. What was your reasoning?
Well, who knows? All right, what's going to happen. If I want to do a movie at 62, and I can, and I will. All right, I'm not going to say, well, I was on that panel, I did tell Peter Carr, so. But I think that's a really good time to get out of the game. All right, and become a man of letters. That's my time to write novels and film literature. Basically, because to me, what I'm looking for, what I'm going for in particularly, is I'm going for the filmography. I'm going that everyone's a banger. And if some kid, 30 years from now, not born yet, some girl, some boy, was watching whatever they're watching at that time period, TV or whatever, and just like the way I discovered Howard Hawks. They don't know who the hell I am, they watch someone and they go, wow, that was something. What else did that guy do? And now they don't know the filmography, they don't know which one came first, which one came later, at what point in the career it was. They just want to see something else by me to see if they get that same taste, to see if if they'll still like it. And I want them to be able to literally close their eyes and just grab into that filmography, and they're going to get the same thing. I want every one of my movies to have some sort of a connection to Reservoir Dogs. The day that I'll never let that day happen. But if it's going to happen, it's going to happen in your 60s, in your 70s. I don't want to make Billy Wilder's Buddy Buddy at all. I don't want to make Cheyenne Autumn. I don't want to make Rio Lobo.
He's the only person I know who annotates every sentence. It's just amazing. Kathryn, I'm going to be...
I'm going to run to the restroom for just 2 seconds, okay?
Kathryn, I'm going to be kicked around if I don't ask you this question. My wife and I are very fond of you. We do notice that you don't particularly like being the center of attention at every moment. And this is really what your life has become. You are the person of the week, the man of the year, the whatever. Has this experience, this unique experience, affected, if at all, you personally?
Well, no, I'm not. It's sort of, I suppose it makes me somewhat uncomfortable, but...
I know.
But, I'm kind of enjoying it. Surprisingly enough to myself, I thought I would just be like running horror, but kind of enjoying it. So, I don't know, maybe it's not a good thing to admit necessarily, but...
Well, when you're on the set as the director, the focus is on you. You call the shots, right?
No, you're invisible. You're completely invisible. I'm the person in the back in the corner who can, kind of be the architect of everything. So it's the antithesis of this. There's no light on you.
Mm-hmm. Got it. And Jim, once again,
exactly.
It's similar to that. At one moment when Avatar, you'd been sort of in a more quiet state for a few years, and suddenly the world spotlight is on you. I mean, you kicked ass. Everybody was saying, God, Kathryn did it again. Was there a moment where you just felt, boy, this is overwhelming, or did you just say, cool?
I think both, you know, I mean, it's obviously cool. I mean, you make a film to communicate, and when a film is financially successful, that is a metric. It says you sold X number of tickets. Those are all people that you communicated with. And, you know, because we know the film, a lot of the film's business is predicated on repeat viewing. Those repeat views are all good reviews, you know, every one of them. So you know your film's working, and you know that all the effort that we went through, and I say we, very advisedly, because you know, it's such a team process. All movies are a team process, but he probably, Avatar was closer almost to what you do than to what Lee did in terms of a team working for a long period of time on a movie. And I'm so proud of you know, kind of them in a way, that these accolades and the success in communications is an acknowledgement of what they managed to do.
Absolutely. Now, do you think I offended Tarantino?
Yeah, we've definitely seen this before.
Now, I've asked my inane questions. I just wondered, Roger, if it's okay with you, could we entertain some questions from the floor? Do you guys have any thoughts?
Quentin, Inglourious Basterds is an incredible film. The opening sequence just amazed me. Can you talk about what was in your mind as you wrote this, in your handwriting on that pad that you dedicate just to that movie?
Well, you know, it's funny. That was the first thing I wrote on the film. I started writing this about in '98. When I first started coming in, when I came up with the idea for the script. And that was like the first idea for the scene. And literally the way I write those kind of big dialogue scenes is I just get the characters talking, get them talking to each other. And then at a certain point, I check out. It is them talking to each other. They're doing it. I can't describe it any more than that, because that is the process, and I don't want to know any more than that. But if it works, when it actually works, it's more like you're a court reporter, just jotting it down as they talk to each other. I had no idea they were going to talk that long, and I had no idea exactly where it was going to go, except I did kind of have an end. I knew the family would get murdered at the end of it. But then I don't always know. All right, that's what I think is going to happen, but the characters will keep me honest. But one of the things, there was like two things that I had in my mind. One is when it comes to like, if you think about, and I kind of think about my career a little bit, at least as far as my filmography, like sometimes as if they were albums, and then you have your greatest hits inside of the album. You know, one of the things when people say they like my movie, I oftentimes, what was your favorite scene? I'm not going to church. And it's up until Inglourious Basterds, if I had a greatest hit, if I had a thing that I had never topped, it would be the Sicilian scene in True Romance between Dennis Hopper and Christopher Walken. And that was the first script I ever wrote. And I'd come close to it, but I had never topped it. And I knew I had never topped it. That was my greatest hit. And when I wrote that scene, I go, I finally topped it. It took me 20 years, 25 years, but I finally topped it.